What's going on, Assassins? It's Dark Stride of the YouTube Assassin. We're ending our Taco Tuesday Trifecta with Assassin's Creed Origins. Here I am wearing the Aguilar outfit from the Assassin's Creed movie. Box office bomb, apparently. But anyway, our normal mode god is going to be Sehkmet. That means that you have to be at least level 40 to even take on this fight. And what's going to happen is that she will be the same level as you. So being that I'm level 55, she will also be level 55. And whatever you are in between, she will also be. Now, for me, she's one of the tougher bosses, at least in my opinion. I always think that in order of toughness to weak, it goes Sehkmet, Sobek, and then Anubis. And honestly, we're battling both her and Sobek today. So we'll start out by taking her out first. And like I tell you guys all the time, as we're battling around, you have to go around in circles, obviously, around the arena. Aim for the chest, and make sure you don't get too close and you don't go too far. You get too close, you're going to take damage. You go too far, there's an opportunity for you to mess up the entire fight and have to start over again. As you're circling around, always look for these little bags. It will replenish all of your arrows. Now, the hazards that she has are going to be a single laser beam, and then later on in the fight, she'll have a dual laser beam. She'll also throw different fireballs at you, and then she creates those circles in the middle of anywhere that'll do some harm to you. Now, what's going to happen is that by the time you get to around 75, 50, and 25% of her health, she's going to release her minions. Her minions are tethered to her. Make sure that you take them out. Make sure that you pay attention to the tethers so that you know that you got them all. If you did not get them all, the bubble on her chest will not return, which means you cannot fight her and continue this battle. So always make sure that you do that. The other thing you want to make sure is that you keep her hazards between you and her enemies. You want her enemies or her minions to actually take on those hazards and whatnot. They do get affected by them. So here we are, we defeated her. It wound down to about 10%, and then she just starts dying. So we get 1,000 XP, 250 drachma. I get 1,000 XP because I've already completed all these battles. So you would normally get an item. I've already got the item, they just give me 1,000 XP. Next we have Sobek. Sobek is going to be our hard mode god. That means that whatever your highest level is, he will be 3 levels higher. If you're level 40, he will be 43. If you're level 55, he will be level 58. So he's really not going to be that much harder than our normal mode boss. You're still going to aim for the chest, obviously. You're still going to follow the rules as far as the arena. His hazards, obviously, are different. He could throw rocks like a rock slide wall towards you. He creates these things out of the ground that just spew all kinds of rock. And then he also has an arrow volley, which you don't want no part of. When you see that coming, either put up your shield or make sure they get out of there as soon as possible. Again, this guy has the same thing where the minions show up at 75, 50, and 25% health. And again, the minions are affected by whatever hazards he has. So as we're going around in circles, we're also looking to pick up those bags. Those bags will replenish a bunch of arrows. And when we try to take out his minions, we try to anticipate and we try to kind of chain assassinate, so that way you're able to get through this like a little bit quicker and get into the fight again. Now, as far as gear, one of the things that I suggest you do is get a bow and arrow set that actually does damage over time. DOT works on these guys. The ones that I have are from the gods, so it's health on hit, which is good for me. If you don't have that, you don't have the health on hit, make sure that you get something that does poison over time or they bleed out over time. Each one of those, once hit, will affect them. It'll start giving like a poison effect, and that's what you want. You want to do as much damage as quickly as possible. Now, as far as weapons that you've got for melee, the swords that I got are also from the gods. and these actually allow me to take health. I steal health on critical, so that's useful. If you don't have anything that does that, then again I suggest something that either does high damage so that you could take the minions out real quick, or something that does poison or any sort of other damage over time. You definitely want to get that. And as you can see, like, he's throwing these rock walls and his minions are being affected. But he's almost down. We got these guys now. We'll pick up this bag. We'll get him down to about 10%, and then you'll see him just fade away. It's really weird how you don't have to get him all the way to 0. I think that's a miscalculation in the coding, but it works for me. There we go. Get him down, and away he goes. That was real easy. Now, again, for defeating this god, and I think that the value should be higher, but you get 1,000 XP, you get another 250 drachma, and then you get another 1,000 XP, or I do, because again, I've already got all his weapons. It's 2 sets of items that you get from both of the god fights, that's why we do them. And then there's a 3rd set that you can collect from doing community challenges. Now, in every town, major town, you'll find Reda and his Nomad's Bazaar. From here you could buy carbon crystals. I always tell you guys never buy them because you could find them out in the world real easy. And he's also got Heka chests. Heka chests are kind of like a loot box. You gamble, and look at that, my first one, and it's already a legendary item. You could get legendary, you could get epic items as well, and you also have the ability to sell items to him. You could sell off items that you have. You could get items that are multiples of the same legendary, or you could even get items that are higher level than what you already had. So you notice I have a lot of 55 items, I have a lot of 40 items. Now, he gives you a quest every day at around 8 p.m. Eastern, so you got a daily chance to get some XP, and also in order to go and do a quest for the chance to either get an epic or legendary item. This thing looks like it's going to be some distance, but it's going to be easy. We'll take it out there, and it's going to be a kind of thing where he's got a shipment out there. These guys stole it. In order to interact with it, we have to take everybody out. It's not going to be easy to just walk up there and grab it. You can't grab it even if, these guys were occupied or a great distance away. They would still tell you that you can't interact with it. So now that we're out of combat, there we go. We've got 1,500 XP. And then we're going to get, well, in this case, it was an epic item. So obviously it can't all be legendaries, but that's it. You don't have to return to Reda at all with this one. Anyway, that's all there is to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you guys all in the next one, and you know that we're not leaving until we do a ya yeet.